Peace. I'm making this video called Martin Luther King Betrayed Elijah Muhammad. Now we see that Martin Luther King met with the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad in 1966. And we can read about this interview or this meeting that Martin Luther King had with the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad in the March 10th, 1966 issue of Jet Magazine. Now, what happened during this meeting is that it was a rumor that went out that said that Martin Luther King was trying to join on with the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So, Dr. King, being afraid of the white man, and just like the rest of these civil rights leaders, he had to quickly let the white man know that these rumors was not true. So, in the Jet Magazine article, it says, there was no attempt on my part to develop an alliance with Mr. Muhammad. Dr. King said an alliance with Muhammad was impossible because of their diametrically opposed philosophies. He said, I have no illusion about converting the Muslims to my way of thinking. They believe that all white people are devils, and I say that is not true. Now, to show you how these civil rights leaders are not only afraid of the white man, but they are for the white man 100%. They don't even see the contradiction in this statement. Now, you will say that you won't try to convert the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad to your way of thinking, but you will have sit-ins where these crackers will come just so they can pour ketchup and mustard on your head. Then you will demonstrate where the crackers got police dogs sicking them on you. Then you will go speak to John F. Kennedy. You will go speak to Lyndon B. Johnson. Then when you came to Chicago, that's when the crackers hit you in the head with the rock. All trying to convert these devils to your way of thinking. So, if these Uncle Tom civil rights leaders, when they came to Chicago in 1966, if they was really for the black man, and if they was really looking for some kind of way to solve the black man's problems, they would have joined on with the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Because we see that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, or the followers of the messenger, also walked around with picket signs. But when you see the messenger's followers walking around with picket signs, it says, protect our women. Then you even see the sisters with picket signs that say, uplift our race. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad didn't teach the Muslims to be begging this cracker for nothing. And you also see that these sisters who holding these picket signs up, you don't see no police dogs. You don't see no firemen with no water hoses. Because the Muslims' philosophy and policy was, if anybody attacks the sisters, they go into the cemetery. Bottom line. So we see that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, on that front, had a successful policy. Because you don't even see in history, or in this so-called black history, they don't even talk about the Muslims protesting nothing. Because if they talk about the Muslims protesting, then you will see that the Muslims had peaceful protests. Then you will have to ask yourself, how can the Muslims have peaceful protests, but the Uncle Tom civil rights leaders couldn't? But let's go even further than that. Let's look at how the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught the black man how to help yourself. Now we can see that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad had a bank. It says black Muslims buy bank on Chicago's south side. And we can see pictures of the bank. Because the most honorable Elijah Muhammad was not like these new school cats who just run in their mouth. The messenger could take his ideas and create a black economy for the black man because he was the messenger of Allah. Then we could go to your supermarket and check out the supermarket that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad had in Chicago, while the civil rights leaders trying to act like they want to find a problem for the black man with their poor people's campaign, but they don't join up with the messenger. Then you see that the messenger and the Muslims had their own brand of eggs, which was called Your Eggs. You also see how the Muslims had their own brand of bread, which is called Eat Bread. And you can see the brothers baking the bread and cooking the bread. Then we can go even further than that and look at the Muhammad's fish program. And look at all this fish that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad was getting by the boatload from Peru. So the question is, brothers and sisters, if Martin Luther King and the rest of these Uncle Tom Negro civil rights leaders, when they came to Chicago in 1966, why did they not join on with the most honorable Elijah Muhammad? If they could fight to try to convert the thinking of the white man to their way of thinking, how come they couldn't work with the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and team up with him? Because these crackers wasn't trying to change their mind and they still work with them. So how come they couldn't work with the messenger? Now it's much. This is just scratching the surface, brothers and sisters. Because I can make video after video after video about the works of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now what I'm thinking about doing is making a video and just putting all of the pictures that I have of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Muslims' accomplishments in the way of the businesses. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Because these new school cats and all these other people have no accomplishments at all. And this is why they try to stay so hard on all these books and talking and hyping up these master teachers, because they cannot show you what these so-called master teachers have done. So until next time, brothers and sisters, peace.